When I was 13, a boy in my friend group intentionally drained every dollar from my phone just to mess with me, and never faced a single consequence. Years later, I walked into his childhood home as a stranger, and walked out with his most treasured possessions, worth more than he probably ever made. This isn't loud revenge. This is the kind of karma that waits, and strikes perfectly. Growing up powerless. I went to middle school in the early 2010s, right before smartphones became normal. Back then, having a phone didn't make you feel connected. It made you feel careful. My first phone was a cheap slide phone on a pay-as-you-go plan. Every call cost money. Every text cost money. And picture messages? 25 cents each. That might not sound like much, until you're 13. My parents gave me $100 a year, total. If I went over, I had to pay the difference with birthday money or Christmas cash. So every buzz in my pocket made my stomach tighten. Luckily, most of my friends understood. They were considerate. They worked around it. Everything was fine. Until Derek joined our group. The boy everyone eventually hated. At first, Derek seemed funny, loud, charismatic. The kind of boy who took up space without asking permission. But it didn't take long for the cracks to show. He loved drama, twisted conversations, played innocent when confronted, and worst of all, he knew exactly how to play adults. Teachers loved him. Parents defended him. If you complained, you somehow looked like the problem. But with kids, he was manipulative, mean, disrespectful, especially to me. The disrespect. I explained my phone situation clearly. Multiple times. Please don't text memes. Just email them or send them on Skype. Picture texts cost money. He'd smile, nod, agree. Then my phone would buzz. Again. And again. Each time costing me money. I couldn't block him. My carrier didn't allow it on my plan. Then one day, he got angry with me. Over something stupid. I don't even remember what. And that's when he decided to hurt me. The moment everything snapped. My phone started buzzing non-stop. Lolcats. One after another. After another. I watched my balance disappear. My chest tightened. My hands shook. Then suddenly, no service. $40 gone. I confronted him the next day, my voice shaking but firm. You owe me $40. He didn't even look guilty. He shrugged. Not my problem. That moment burned itself into my memory. Not because of the money, because of how small he made me feel. When justice doesn't come. I went home crying. Told my dad everything. I wanted him to call Derek's mom. Demand the money. Do something. But my dad stayed calm. He said, not every battle is worth fighting. He loaded money onto my phone. Changed my number. Forced the carrier to block Derek. I was grateful. But I was still angry. Because Derek never paid. Never apologized. Never learned. And I never forgot. Time moves on. Resentment doesn't. Eventually, Derek imploded every friendship he had. We kicked him out of the group. He became an outcast. Then he vanished. Life moved on. But that $40? It stayed with me, not as money, but as unfinished business. Counterclockwise arrows button years later. The turn. Years later, after graduating college, I was home for a few months before moving across the country. One Saturday morning, I went garage sale hopping. And then I pulled into his driveway. Derek's house. I almost left. Then I saw Pokemon napkins on a table. And suddenly, everything clicked. The setup karma handed me. His mother started chatting. Said her son had been obsessed with Pokemon his entire life. Complained about all the clutter. I casually asked if she had more Pokemon stuff. She said there were boxes in the attic. And just like that, I was inside the house I never thought I'd step into again. Climbing the attic ladder. Heart pounding. The discovery. First box. Junk. Second box. Gold. Pokemon games. Original boxes. Perfect condition. I stayed calm on the outside. Inside, I was screaming. More boxes followed. Consoles. Hundreds of games. Binders of Pokemon cards. Vintage Lego Star Wars sets. I saw Jango Fett and nearly lost it. This was everything Derek loved. Everything he guarded. Everything he never let anyone touch. The offer that changed everything. I asked casually, "How much for all of it?" She thought for a moment. $100 a box. $400 for everything. I didn't hesitate. "I'll take it." I ran to the ATM like my life depended on it. Loading those boxes into my dad's truck felt unreal. I didn't steal. I didn't lie. I didn't manipulate. I just benefited. Later, my uncle, an experienced reseller, cataloged everything. Estimated value? $40,000. I laughed out loud. Exactly 1,000 times the amount Derek stole from me. I paid off my student loans. Put the rest toward a car. And Derek? Never even knew. I didn't plan revenge. I didn't chase it. I just lived my life, and karma did the rest. Sometimes justice doesn't announce itself. It whispers. If this story satisfied your soul, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Do you believe in karma or coincidence? And stay tuned for more revenge stories where patience wins.